It is the final day of 2023, and I wanted to spend the last 2 hours of daylight chasing pheasants. I'm not sure if it was the weight of the finality of time passing, or the guilt of choosing to go hunting versus being home with the family, or if it was just simply a bad shooting day. Perhaps it's all of it. My focus was just not there, and I involuntarily signed up for rooster conservation. It was a clear but chilly day with a slight breeze out of the northwest. The wetland has frozen over, and the cattails hardened stiff, making it difficult to walk in without generating a lot of noise to announce to the birds,
"We coming."
and as an incentive for your spending these final hours of 2023 with me afield, I will offer a glimpse into how I clean and store my birds. And now, let's get into the hunt. If you like the content of my video, please help me out by smashing the like button, and any feedback is greatly appreciated. Thank you. We continue working along that shoreline until we caught up with that rooster.
Oh, come on. What is the deal? I don't get it.
Why does this keep happening to me?
Time to go home. It's not all day.
So much pain! So much pain!
Okay, so there's 4. Got 9 shots left.
Thanos was somehow able to take off his vest. Luckily, I was able to backtrack and find his vest.
Come on. Thanos, here. Come on. Come on. Thanos. Come here. Oh. Dead bird, Thanos. Come on, dead bird. Dead bird here. Let's find a dead bird. Dead bird. Bring it up. Bring the bird here. Come on. Dead bird. Good boy. Good boy. Atta boy. I worked hard enough for you. Good job, Thanos. That was a lot of work for you. That's how he's getting his jacket off. No, no, no. No. Thanos. Thanos, come here. No, you cannot take this off. It doesn't want that. So you don't want it on? Fine, come here. Fine, if you don't want to have to mod it. Okay, let's go then. Go. Take it back and now mod it with a strap. You're gonna risk you losing it again. Alright.
This seemed like a solid hit, but we spent over 10 minutes looking for it, and quickly losing precious daylight. The dogs combed the area, and Thanos finally locked up on point, 5 yards from where I was standing, as the place I marked where the bird fell. Thinking that he'd found the bird, I went to pick it up, only to have it bust through and flew away. It was so unexpected that I missed both my shots.
Right here. Yeah. Right here. Right here. Never, never. Never here. Never. Never. That bird. That bird. Come on, get the bird. That bird. That bird. That bird. Find the bird. Find the bird. Come on, find the bird. Find the bird. Find the bird. Come on, please find it. Oh, got it. Got it. Good boy. Okay, get it. Get it. Good boy. Oh, you got it. Come on. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it, Donald. Get it. Get it. What the hell? That wasn't the one we're looking for.
However, in reviewing the video, it was a close shot, but I saw very few feathers fly. I wonder if it got knocked unconscious by the wad and regained consciousness shortly thereafter. On to the next bird.
Okay. Two. Right there. Good boy. Good boy. That's here. That's here. Stand up here. Alright. Alright. Bird number 2. It's long enough. We got one more. 3 more shells for one more bird.
As we headed back to the truck, the dog started tracking a bird. We finally caught up to him within 20 yards of the road.
Go, fetch, fetch, fetch. Fetch it. Fetch it. Fetch it.
As you can tell, we're losing daylight, so the GoPro is struggling with image quality.
Good boy. Alright. 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 That started out really bad. Finally. Last bird is 2023, you guys. There. Last bird of 2023. And the truck is just right there. Well, we worked hard for this one. Well, all 3 of them we worked pretty hard.
I checked and had 1 shell left. Doing the math, it shows I averaged 7 shells per bird today. That is atrocious shooting, but I'm glad to close out 2023 with a limit. So for this video, or this part of the video, I want to show you how I clean my birds. And obviously, different people have different methods of cleaning the birds. For me, to give the ultimate respect to these wonderful birds, whether there's pheasants or sharptail or prairie chicken or grouse, roughies, I pluck them. And the way I pluck them is I dunk them in hot water, not boiling water, okay? It's close enough to boiling, but not hot enough to boil. I dunk them in there for, I'll test it maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds to heat up the body again, the skin, and then makes the plucking a lot easier. Now there's another tip, which is to put a couple drops of dishwashing detergent. Usually I use Dawn, and this one's diluted, but I'll just pump a little bit of the dishwasher detergent into the hot water. And basically what that does is it helps dissolve the, or helps the water get through, the hot water get through the feathers to the skin. and it makes it a lot easier to pluck the birds. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna show, and I've got 3 birds. Now this is December 31st, so the last bird of 2023, and I thought I'd give them the honor of showing them on video on how I prepare them. And obviously we had to work hard for these 3 birds, and if they're still on the bird, I keep the last 2, the 2 longest feathers, as a memento. So basically this one, I think this is the first bird that I shot. A nice big rooster. Looks like he's first of the year. But basically, I'll dunk him in the water like this, and I move him around, make sure the water gets in through the feathers and get to the skin. And again, it's about 20 seconds to 30 seconds, depending on how hot the water is. And the way I test it, when I put him about 20 seconds, I'll pull it up and I'll just pull the feather. If the feather comes right off, especially off of the legs, then that's good enough. In this case, I think I just need a couple more seconds, and that should be all that I need. And I've got a little bucket over here, 5-gallon bucket with a trash bag, and these just come right off. So what I'll do is I start with the tail feathers and the wings. Those are the long feathers, so I want to make sure they come off the easiest. So if I do them correctly or at the right temperature at the right time, these will just come right off. I shouldn't have to use too much force. Okay, once that side's done, move to the other. Now, if the water's too hot and I keep it in there too long, what that does is it kind of cooks the skin, and then when you go to pluck, the skin just basically comes right off the bird, and that's not what you want. The reason why I do this is because I want the skin. The fat on the skin actually is what adds a flavor to the bird, especially like when I'm roasting the bird or I'm smoking the bird. Having that skin on the bird helps keep the bird tender, nice and tender. Without that, then when I smoke it or when I roast it, the bird just gets really dry. All right, see, so both wings are already done. Now I will move to the legs, and I do keep the legs, the drumsticks. And see, these skin just come right off. I think maybe the water may have been too hot. I kept it in there too long. Either that was where the dog ripped the skin. All right, now we go work on the body. Yeah, the water was a little bit too hot and I kept it a little bit too long because the skin is coming right off. The other thing about dunking the bird into the hot water is you get a nice golden skin, and that just makes it look nice. Cut the feet off, and the way I cut the feet is I do a little cut around it, and then I bend it with a scissor, expose the tendon, and cut it off. And the reason I cut it off at the joint versus snipping it off at the bone is I vacuum seal it. What happens is if I cut it in the bone, it exposes sharp bones, and when I vacuum seal, that bone tends to poke through the plastic. But if I cut it at the joint,
then it's soft tissue here, or it's soft or smooth, and there's no hard, sharp bones, and so it doesn't poke through the plastic. Now, to clean the bird, basically, I've got the bird. The first thing I do is I take out the sack or the crop, and he's been eating good. He's been eating beans and a pellet. So I'll just pull, and I also take out his esophagus. There's another pellet here. Now, to take out his internals, basically this guy got shot in the back, so I'm basically just gonna cut this part and cut through the bone. So once I have that done, I just pull it, use 2 fingers to go in, grab his gizzard, and pull everything out. Once you grab his gizzard, just pull everything out, and everything comes out. I usually leave his heart in there, but everything else, that's the bird. And again, we'll wash it. We'll clean him up before we wrap him and store him. Nice and fat. Fat boy, very healthy boy. And he's done. And we're gonna save his gizzard. His gizzard's nice and clean, so I don't need to rinse. And I will process his gizzard right now. So if you cut it just through the sack, and then you just peel along the sack, and it just comes right out. Like that. And we're done. Let's go into the kitchen. Here you just use warm water, and we're gonna pick up any of the small feathers that we missed, so that by the time we're ready to package this thing, it's nice and clean and ready for Peppers are nice and wonderful in one piece, like this, beautiful like this. I'll smoke it. Either smoke it or roast it. But I picked up a Pit Boss smoker, Sportsman smoker, and it's probably one of the best things I've ever bought. I cut the bags about 10 inches. This is an 11-inch roll. So before I do anything with this, I write the date of when I harvested these birds. So if you notice, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll never have that date again. So most people will probably just put the bird directly into the vacuum seal bag and then vacuum seal it. And that probably works too, but I like to wrap mine in the saran wrap first before I put it in to the vacuum seal bag. And the reason is more often than not, air will get through the vacuum seal and air gets in. So you might end up with some freezer burns, even though you vacuum sealed it. But when you wrap it in saran wrap, basically that saran wrap sticks to the skin and it protects that the meat from frostbite should the vacuum seal fail and air gets in. And for every one of these, I put the gizzard, put it back in. Just like that, the main part of the body. And we're ready to vacuum seal. And I'll only vacuum to the point where I know that all the air is out and it starts drying the water to about this point. Then I switch to the manual mode. There's no sense in burning the motor on the vacuum when most of the air is out and then the rest is just trying to suck out the water. So there's no point in letting that run. switch it to manual seal. That'll save the motor. The first one that I had, I just let it seal all the way to complete the whole job, and that shortened the life of the vacuum sealer. And there you go. All nicely processed, ready for the freezer. We'll do the rest for the other two. And there you go. So I hope this was entertaining. Again, to each his own, right? You harvested the bird, and it's really your choice what parts of the bird you want to keep. I keep the whole bird. Obviously, less the head and tails and the feet. I keep the whole bird as much as I can. I'll try to cook everything. So the thing about these wild game is that the bone makes really good broth. So for one bird, I can actually make 3 different dishes out of one bird. I keep all the bone, put the bone into, turn it into stock or soup to make an excellent soup base. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.